everybody. It's going to be a very condensed presentation, so if you would like to know a little bit more of how we achieved the different results that you are about to see, our booth is like right down the hall there. So I would like to just welcome on the stage Marivi and get to the presentation from Telefonica. A big round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rasha. Can you hear me? Yes? Perfect. Thank you very much, Rasha, for the quick introduction, and welcome everybody for this presentation as well. I hope that you enjoy and that you can learn what we are working with content-wise in Telefonica. So I just want to introduce quickly, Telefonica is one of the largest private operators in Europe by market capitalization and customer base. We have more than 11.1 million of users for our TV service, which is deployed across all different technologies, IPTV, OTT. We still have some DTH and cable TV. We have deployed our service in 9 countries in Europe and in Latin America. And we just improved our NPS, the Net Promoter Score, to 52. So we are really pleased to be demonstrating that our customers are really satisfied with our service. So I also want to introduce 4 of the main value proposals of our TV service, 4 differentiators in the industry. So the first is that we have a cross-device experience, so users can watch our service in all the devices. The second one is that we have linear TV, so the users can have great experience like the VOD experience, but with the linear channels. The third one is that we are going to go beyond the TV services. We are pushing to the entertainment services, and I will tell you a bit more in the next slides. And the fourth point is that we aggregate all the content from different partners in the industry. So our users can find all the content in just one platform, which is quite a challenge, as you may know. So as a head of product, I'm always revisiting the strategy and creating a product vision with my team. So the first deployment that we did, it was in 2013, and we proposed to have at least 4 main pillars. So once we achieve our vision, in 2017, we make a review again to propose which will be the 4 next years. So in that sense, we envisioned to become the platform of platforms. And when we created that vision, a lot of questions pop up. So in that questions, we identify such as, if we have the largest catalog, how do we recommend the best content for our users? If we are scaling that fast, how can we maintain a one-on-one relationship with our customers? What about the metadata? Is there a standardization in the industry? So in that sense, we started to help support, to search some support, some help, and finally we found content-wise. So we started our relationship in 2017. So then 2018, we started to work in that vision, and currently we have our largest catalog integrated for Europe. So that's really something that we wanted to have. That's something that it's a reality in our markets. And now we are focusing in 3 main strategic pillars. The first one is not just being a TV service. We want to be an entertainment service. So our customers can find not just digital video, but also can find gaming, music, podcast, and extended experiences around the video. Then we are focusing on the on-demandization, which is a concept that Telefonica patented and invented, and is how we work with the linear TV and treat it as a VOD. So in that sense, the users can post live content, can start over, can make records, and treat that as a VOD. So the users can consume the linear TV at their own pace. So the third one was the hyper-personalization. And have you think, why do we invest in personalization? Why is it so important? So for us, the challenge is still, so we want to engage in a one-on-one relationship with our customers. Even though we have millions of customers and we are still growing at that rates, we want to make sure that our customer feels like it still has a one-on-one relationship with us. So in that sense, since we started our collaboration in 2017, then we had different challenges when aggregating all the content and having a larger catalog that we solved in 2019. And currently, we are still exploring different challenges around how can we use our technology to have better business results. So this is like the big headline we wanted to share, because we increased our conversion rates by more than 250%. So you may ask, how did you do it? Like, what did you do? And how are you improving that fast? So for us, as a Telefonica, one of the main important part of all the system is the customer. So everything that we design is with our user in the center. It's something really important because we need to understand what are the new habits, what are the new needs in the market, and how can we understand what's going on to drive new features in the product. And you may ask, how are they finally getting to 250% of conversion rate? So with ContentWise, we started to create a new process in order to exploit better our recommendations. So how do we work with them? So we have our customers. We have a personalized user experience, which is like the heart of everything, because we create specific content collections for every customer based on different parameters. So it's important that there are some specific features for each of the customers that we feed with the feedback loop. What happened with this feedback loop? We understand what are the behaviors of our customers with these recommendations, and once we understand this feedback, we use it with our catalog. So there is a very important part of the system, which is the data analytics module that helps us to mix the big catalog that we have, the large catalog, with the behavioral of our users. So once we mix it, then we have data-driven decisions, which is the specific adjustments that we need to do or the specific receipts for every customer. So it's tailor-made. It's how do we exploit not just the promotion, but also the curation of the content. And this is a virtuous circle. So this is the big secret. So we work around the customer. We work having a lot of feedback. Everything is being data-driven. And this is the big secret to share with you guys here. So the ones that are here already got the secret. There are some examples I would like to share openly with you and how this changed these conversion rates. So the first one is, with the last process, we focused on the content types. So we found out that 40% of our users prefer to keep watching the same content type during the same session. So for example, if it's Friday night and somebody is watching comedy, it's more probably that they will continue watching comedy. They will not switch to different types of content. Another one, which is really interesting, 60% of our searchers were performed looking for channels to see. So now we know that 80% of our customers is looking the whole time for linear content. So linear content is still something relevant in our service. The other one, most of the time we thought that the users were looking for program names in the channels. But at the end of the day, the user is not looking for program names. They are using number channels or aliases, like short names or nicknames of the channels. So we took some actions I will explain later. And also, we found out that the collaborative-based algorithms convert 3 times more than the content-based algorithms. So with all these customer insights, all the behaviors that we identified, we took a lot of actions in our product. And this was what really made a difference. So for example, for the 45% of the users that prefer to watch similar content type, now we recommend similar users with similar content types. So the conversion rate helps, and it's increasing very fast. The other one, for the searches, we boost the live channels in the search component, which makes a really huge difference. You will see. With the aliases, we add a different alias in the metadata, and we try to make different ways or shortcuts to get into that result. And finally, we increase the recommendations by the events, by the users which are watching some content, then other users that are in the same circle must try to watch the same content. So with these insights, with these actions, and going through all the loop, we got amazing rates, like plus 250% in recommendations, plus 180, which is quite great business results, conversions in search, and 40%, look, 40% of our searches become a purchase in our service. So it's quite great results. It's been a long journey. It's not one day and the next day you will have all these results. But I think that the virtuous cycle helps us to create these great results. So the best is yet to come. So as I was telling you, now we want to jump to a different strategic pillar, and it's the becoming the entertainment hub. We are not just focusing on video. We are also focusing on bringing gaming experiences to our service, on bringing sports and esports, and also bringing social entertainment features to make it more fun for our users. And I know that I have still some time, so I will give like 3 key takeaways, if it's okay with you. Okay? So the first takeaway is, why do we focus on the hyper-personalization? Because we want to increase our customer engagement, because that means more longer sessions, and that means more monetization in our service. Then, why do we use data analytics? It's because our daily decisions are based on what our product teams, our engineering teams, our scientific data teams find about the behaviors and how they change with the different context and adapt quickly in the next iteration. And the last one, I think that it's quite important to find a strategic partner or a strong collaboration with great knowledge about recommendations and searches, such as we did, and how it showed the results of keep growing constantly with our customers. So that's it, I think. And the Q&A.
Thank you very much indeed, Marivi. Thank you, Content-Wise, and thank you, Telefonica. Do we have any questions from the floor? Oh, the gentleman down here. Just bear with me a second while Mike comes to you. As you can find the Content-Wise stand down that way in the hall. This one here, this gentleman here.
Hello, good morning, and we just loved your presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's always the big question regarding content, that how you fight with the cold start issue.
With the cold start, yes. Great question. We just brought to the service profiles, user profiles. So one of the ways that we are trying to manage the cold start, it's making our users to create user profiles and to start selecting which are the favorite genders of the content. What else? We are about to launch something, so you are the first ones to know, but we are gonna be launching like short clips that you can discover new content within the app. So it will be easier to know if it's okay or not okay, And the idea is to refine the cold start constantly, not just the first time at the beginning of the creation of the profiles, but also when you are going to explore or discover more content, you can refine that search.